Good evening. I said good evening. Thank you so much, Sanneh Foundation, for having me today, and thank you, Stephanie Dillon, for sharing your voice. When people ask me how I'm doing, I usually hate this response because we really aren't honest nor vulnerable to how we feel. When you ask, how's your heart? My heart is full of emotions today. But as I stand here before you, it is my duty to tell the stories of pain, joy, and sorrow. So please listen closely. Let's travel back in time. I see an immigrant family, young parents, both are enthusiastic about the future. One used to work as a farmer and the other a teacher. Educational credentials, those of immigrants, mean nothing in America. The family is forced to survive on a couple of dollars, child in the womb, and a dream. They settle into a low-income neighborhood in Los Angeles. They smile at the sun. They take on landscaping jobs. They have some money, they have children, and they pay taxes. They are now American. Their children are mocked in school. They wear tattered clothes, holes in their shoes. They eat expired food for lunch. One of the siblings develops asthma. The doctor says to stay away from the smoke. The family lives behind a factory. Another sibling develops nutrient deficiencies. The family is not able to afford groceries. The mother collects cans for a living. Her neighborhood berates her. They shame her. They take away her light. The mother continues to survive, not for herself, but for her children. The father wakes up at 4 a.m. to work. He waits outside a grocery store. He goes into the dumpsters and salvages whatever pastries and food were thrown out the next day before. He is happy to be able to surprise his children with pastries before school. Security calls police on him. They threaten to call ICE on him. He is arrested for trespassing. The factory pollution gets worse. It's impossible to go outside without coughing. The daughter misses her soccer game. The mother cries as her child's lung function declines in the hospital. She is unable to breathe, and she counts the days of her last days to live. Meanwhile, her siblings draw pictures in the waiting room. They dream of a 2-story home, a warm meal to eat, a day where both their parents can come and stay home. 5 numbers have sealed our fate. 60% of your health is determined solely by your zip code. Your zip code is more important than your genetic code today. Genetics only account for 30% of your health outcome. Race, class, and gender determine the environmental health outcome of your community. Black, brown, indigenous, people of color are being poisoned as we speak right now. Nature isn't racist. There are no hierarchies in nature. But you want to know what is in fact racist? It's the brutal policies and practices that force people that are living in poverty to live in environmentally contaminated communities like mine. The data is morbid. Environmental pollution is volatile, like cancer. It multiplies, it spreads, and it doesn't stop until its victims are dead. The family I spoke of is resilient. Through hardship, they created love. And through that love, they gave birth to an environmentalist. That child carries the dream of his immigrant parents. He wears that dream on his chest, on his back, and in the work he does today. The family I spoke of is resilient. Through hardship, they created love, and they created the work that we do today. If you have the power today to stand up against injustice, if you have the money, redistribute it. If you can speak, talk to your lawmaker. As we continue to further this climate crisis that we're in today, you have the power today to stand up and to say enough is enough, or look at young people in the face and say you did nothing to change their future because you were too uncomfortable to look at Black, brown, and people of color. Thank you.